Yo, what's really good, my people? Kiwami Games here, back at it with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than TrapTrix. Now, TrapTrix to me is a very fun and versatile deck out there. It might not be as strong as Labrynth because unlike Labrynth, you cannot play on turn 0 with this deck. But however, when the deck pops off, bro, like it can control the field like none other. So very quickly, let's just jump right into the deck list. So for starters, we have 3 Ash Blossoms, just to disrupt Maxi and stuff like that. Then we have 3 Murmello. So Murmello, when it's normal summoned, you can add 1 whole normal trap from your deck to your hand. And then when it is special summoned, you can target a spell or trap your opponent controls, and then you can destroy that target. Okay, then we have 2 Dionea. Dionea is really great because when it's normal summoned, you can target a TrapTrix monster in your graveyard, and then you can special summon it. And then when Dionea is special summoned, you can target a whole normal trap in your graveyard, and then you can set it. But you have to banish it during the end phase, so you want to make sure that you activate it before the end phase. But also what you can do is with Mantis. Mantis has the quick effect that you can target a set spell you control, return it to the hand, and then you can set it again. So if you set the card that you activated via Dionea, then it's going to override Dionea's banishing effect. So that's what's really great about Mantis. Okay, then we have 1 Vesiculo. So Vesiculo allows you to kind of set a trap you control to the graveyard. You can send a trap you control to the graveyard, and then you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's like an extender. But also, if you control no cards in your spell and trap zones, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and then you can target a whole card in your graveyard, and then you can set it to your field. So it kind of adds recursion for your trap cards. Okay, then we have 3 Pudica. Pudica is one of your best normal summons because when it is normal summoned, you're going to be able to search for your field spell. And then when this card is special summoned, you're going to be able to target a special summon monster that your opponent controls, and then you can banish it during the next standby phase. So what you want to do is you really want to try to have Pinguicula on the field, because when a card is banished, Pinguicula is able to suck it up, and then that would override Pudica's secondary effect that the opponent can special summon the banished card on the next standby phase. Then we got 2 Arachnocampa. So Arachnocampa can special summon itself as long as you have a TrapTrix monster. And then the second effect is that the first time each set card in your spell and trap zone will be destroyed by card effect, it is not destroyed. So this can kind of help you protect you from Harpy's Feather Dust and stuff like that. Okay, and then we have 2 Parallel Exceed. This is just pretty much to go into your level 4 Exceed monsters. Okay, then we have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. I know like we're playing a trap based deck, and what's really great about our TrapTrix monsters is that majority of them are unaffected by trap cards. But in today's meta, sometimes there are like pesky little spell cards, like for example with the Horus cards now being prevalent, you want to have something to be able to remove those cards. So that's why I run the Harpy's Feather Duster. I did not mean to do that. If by some reason I'm not able to get Murmello onto the field to pop back rolls, so that's why I run the Harpy's Feather Duster. And then another card that doesn't get a lot of play is Tramtalize Tune. So this card you can discard 1 level 4 insect or plant monster, or you can send 1 normal trap from your hand to the graveyard, and then you can draw 2 cards. And then you can banish this card from the graveyard, and then you can target one of your banished level 4 insect or plant monsters or your normal trap, and then you can place it on the bottom of the deck. So it allows you to kind of have recursion for your trap cards as well. Okay, then we have the Field Spell. So the Field Spell is just going to protect your monsters from being destroyed the first time that they might be destroyed by battle. And then you can banish 1 monster you control, and then you can special summon a TrapTrix monster from your hand or graveyard. So it also acts as an extender. Okay, and then we have 1 Call by the Grave for like Maxi or Ash Blossom and stuff like that. Okay, then I have 1 Torrential Tribute, because a lot of our TrapTrix monsters are unaffected by trap cards. So when we blow up the field, a lot of times our monsters are safe while our opponent's monsters get destroyed. So that's why I run 1 Torrential Tribute. Okay, then I run 1 TrapTrix Whole Nightmare, and then this card allows you to negate an effect of a special summon monster that your opponent may have summoned, and then if you negate it, you can also destroy it. Okay, then we have one floodgate trap hole. When your opponent summons a monster, you're able to flip it face down, and it's also permanently. Okay, then we have 3 evenly matched, just for going second purposes. Then we have 3 infinite impermanents as a going second card as well. And then we have 1 chain hole. When your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation, you can negate that opponent's effect, and then your opponent can banish 1 card from their hand or deck with the same original name as that negated card. So this card right here really cracked against, you know, like Snake Eyes and stuff like that. For example, you can make them banish like their Poplars and stuff like that. Okay, then we have 2 Gravedigger's Trap Hole. This is great with combined with Rafflesia. So it can help you kind of negate Nibiru and stuff like that. So whenever your opponent activates a monster effect from the hand or graveyard, you can negate it, and then you can inflict 2,000 damage to their life points. And then we have 1 Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare. If your opponent has special summon a monster this turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or more attack, and then you can destroy it. And then if you have a normal trap in your graveyard, you can banish 1 monster from your opponent's graveyard. So it's just really great to get rid of your opponent's monsters. Okay, then we have 3 Holotea. Holotea is really cracked. Okay, and then we have 1 Banishing Trap Hole. This card is really great against like Snake Eyes and stuff like that as well, because whenever they summon a monster with 1500 or less attack, you can banish it face down. So it's really great. Alright, and then for the extra deck, we have 2 Rafflesia. Rafflesia is going to give you extra protection for your Sarah and your TrapTrix monsters. And then also whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, and then you can send a whole card from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, and then we have 1 Malevolent Scent. This card right here just to kind of help you clear your opponent's board so that you can kind of OTK, because you can detach 1 material from this card, and then you can banish 1 card that your opponent controls. Okay, then we have 1 Baguska. We got 1 Time Thief Redoer. We got 1 Alomaris. We got 1 Pinguicula, 1 Zeus, and 3 TrapTrix Sarah, pretty much the most important card in the deck. Then we got 1 Alsa, 1 Calaria, 1 Oedipus. Oedipus is going to help you pretty much close out your games. And then we got 1 Underworld Goddess. Alright, and then that's the deck list. And as I mentioned, you kind of want to play this deck with like a control mindset. But you'll see in the replays what I mean by control. Like it's really intense. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the replays. This replay, we are going to go up against another control deck. So we're going to go up against Kashtira Weather Painters. And Weather Painters is actually a deck that I used to play. So we're going to normal summon Putika. He's going to hit me with the Maxi. But like I said, the Weather Painters was a deck that I used to play, but I kind of dismantled it just so I can get UR Dust. So it's great to kind of see it, but yeah, it's a control deck versus a control deck. So he's going to hit me with the Maxi. Unfortunately, I don't have the Ash or the Cold by the Grave, so I'm just going to make the Sarah. And then I'm just going to set my Field Spell, and I'm going to set my Gravedigger's Trap Hole and my Holotea. And I feel like here I might have made a couple mistakes and stuff like that, but we'll see. So he's going to activate the Dimensional Fissure, so I really got to get rid of that because I need my graveyard. I cannot have my monsters being vanished. Okay, so we special summon the Holotea, we special summon the Murmello, and the Murmello is going to pop the back row. And then I'm going to set the Chain Hole, and then he's going to special summon the Unicorn. Unicorn is going to get the Theosis. Then he's going to special summon the Fenrir. Fenrir is going to get the Rise Heart. Okay, now with these 2 monsters, he's going to go into the Shangri-Era. Okay, then he's going to try to special summon the Rise Heart from the hand, but I am going to negate it with the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, burning for 2,000. Okay, then he's going to set the Snowy Canvas, then he's going to normal summon the Rise Heart, activate the Rise Heart, banishing the Birth, making it a level 7, and then now he's gonna go into the Rise Heart. Bro, and this shit was like crazy. I thought because I negated the Rise Heart with my Gravedigger's Trap Hole, I thought that the card would be negated, but he still was able to activate that, so that was a lesson learned for me. Okay, so he's gonna try to crash into the Murmello, but our guard and protect us, and now he's gonna go into the Zeus. Alright, so now here I go into the Time Thiever Doer. And then here, I don't know if it was like a misplay on my part or not, but I go into the Time Thiever Doer because I wanted to kind of spin the Zeus, or at least force it. But he doesn't activate it, so I kind of wanted to force it. But I don't know, I feel like maybe I should have spun the Arise Heart instead. So I don't know, maybe kind of like a misplay on my part there. Okay, so now the Arise Heart is going to have 3 materials, so now he's going to be able to banish. He's going to activate the field spell, so I have to pop that field spell. Because if I don't pop that field spell, then he's going to be able to link summon into the Weather Painter Link Monster. And then that Weather Painter Link Monster is going to give him like 3 Omni Negates. So like I really have to get rid of that field spell. Alright, so we're going to special summon Murmello. He's going to suck up my Time Thiever Redoer, so now unfortunately my Redoer is not going to come back to me. Bro, Arise Heart is so freaking annoying to deal with, man. Okay, so again he's going to try to kill my Sarah, but my field spell is protecting me. Alright, and then he's going to activate the weather card, so it's going to go back to the field. I'm going to activate Holotea, special summoning it. Alright, then that's going to trigger the Sarah. Okay, then he's going to trigger his weather painter. And I'm not sure which canvas he's activating, but so he activated the rainbow, so he can special summon the Aurora. So the Aurora now is going to protect the back row. So I got Harpy's Feather Duster, but the Aurora is going to protect the back row, so I cannot pop it with the Harpy's Feather Duster. So first I got to deal with the Arise Heart, and then I got to deal with the Aurora, and then I can deal with his back row. Okay, so with the Putika, I special summon the Putika, so now I can banish the Arise Heart. Alright, and then now I can set my Floodgate Trap Hole. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my Rafflesia. Okay, and then now with the Sarah and the Putika, I'm gonna go into the Ulcer. Okay, and now the Ulcer has, I can steal the Maxi, and then now with the Ulcer and the Maxi, I can go into my Oedipus, and then now I can deal with his Aurora. Alright, because now the Oedipus has the effect that you can target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of insect plant monsters you control, and then you can negate them. So now I can negate it, but then also it has another effect that I can banish a normal trap from my graveyard, and if I do, I can destroy one of those face-up cards. So we're going to try to negate it, but he's going to banish himself, but that's going to trigger my Rafflesia, so I'm going to send the TrapTrix Hold Nightmare, and I'm going to negate it. Okay, so now I can deal with his back row. Okay, so now we're gonna smack him, and then we can smack him. And then I'm gonna set my banishing trap hole. And now I'm in a good position, because if he normal summons anything, I can get rid of it. And then now here, he's gonna activate the Aurora. So now I can activate Rafflesia once again, and I can send my second copy of Gravedigger's Trap Hole, negating it and burning him for 2,000. But he's gonna be a little coward, and he's gonna run away before I can even get that done. Alright, my people, in this replay we are gonna go up against Branded Chimera. Alright, and we're gonna go first. So we're gonna normal summon Putika. Putika is gonna get us our field spell, but actually it's not, because our opponent's got the Infinite Permanence. So the field spell would have allowed us to have 2 normal summons, but it's all good. So we're just gonna go into our Sarah. Alright, and then we're gonna set our 2 trap cards, and we're gonna pass turn. Alright, then our opponent's gonna start with the Patchwork, getting himself the Polymerization and the Edge Imp Chain. Okay, then he's gonna activate Polymerization. I'm gonna let that rock. Okay, then he's gonna go into the Chimera King of Phantom Beasts. Then he's gonna activate the Chimera, Edge Chimp is going to activate, and the Gazelle is going to activate. So the Gazelle has that if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one illusion monster from your deck to your hand. So I'm going to Ash Blossom that. And then also I'm going to activate my Terrifying Trap Hole. So this card right here, if your opponent has special summon a monster, I can target it and then I can destroy it. And the reason why I'm going to destroy it is because the Chimera sometimes needs this monster on the field to activate a lot of its like graveyard's effect. So that's why I get it out of there. Alright, then he's going to add another Patchwork. Alright, and then now because a trap card was activated, I'm going to special summon Dionea, and then Dionea is going to recycle my Terrifying Trap Hole. And then because a TrapTrix monster was activated, I can now set a normal trap. So we're going to set the Holotea. Then the Mirror Knight, what is it called? Yeah, the Mirror Sword Knight is going to tribute itself, special summon in the Baphomet, and then the Baphomet is going to add a Chimera Fusion, but I am going to negate that. Alright. And we join to Ash Blossom, unfortunately, but it's all good. So we're going to special summon our Holotea. He's going to trigger the Chimera. He's going to special summon the Mirror Knight back onto the field. Alright, then the Sarah is going to trigger. He's going to activate the Mirror Knight, but I got the Ash Blossom for that, so we're going to negate it. Alright, then we're going to special summon the Mantis. And then this is what I meant in the opening. I mentioned that Dionea, the card that you set via Dionea is going to get banished during your next end turn. But if you activate Mantis effect and you bring it back to your hand and then you set it again, it's going to override that banishing effect. Alright, and then now with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Pinguicula. Okay, so now Pinguicula is going to detach one monster, and we're going to add a TrapTrix monster from our deck to our hand. So we add Pudica. Pudica is going to search for our garden. Okay, and then now with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Redoer. Okay, and the reason why I go into the Redoer is because we have a trap card as material. So with a trap card as material, I'm going to be able to spin back one of my opponent's cards and it's non-targeting. Alright, and then we're going to suck up an Ash Blossom. Alright, so I'm going to activate my Redoer. I'm going to force out the Mirror Knight, so I pretty much want him to do that. So whatever he special summons, I'm now going to be able to spin it back. Okay, then he's going to activate the Branded Opening, searching for the Alubra. The Alubra is going to search for the Branded Fusion. Okay, then he's going to activate Branded Fusion. And then here, I thought he was going to go into like Albion or something, but he's going to go into the Rimbrum instead. Alright, and then now because a monster was sent to the graveyard, I can suck it up. But that's going to trigger his Rimbrum, so he's going to be able to negate and spin back my Pinguicula. But that's also going to trigger my Terrifying Trap Hole. But the Branded Opening is going to protect the Rimbrum from being destroyed, so he's going to stay. Alright, and then he's going to add the Kodo. Alright, and then because a trap card was activated and a TrapTrix monster was activated, I can activate both of Sarah's effect to set a trap and to special summon a TrapTrix monster. So I banish away his Rimbrum, and then he's going to activate the Kodo, but I got the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, so we're going to negate the Kodo and we're going to burn him for 2000. Okay, and then the Redoer comes back, then I'm going to banish my Holotea, so I can special summon Dionea. Then Dionea is going to recycle my Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And that's GG's. So this is like a little example of what it is to control the field with TrapTrix. We are going to go up against Labrynth. Alright, so Trap versus Trap. Okay, so he's going to start by normal summon Ariana. Okay, that's going to trigger the Lady. Alright, then he's going to special summon the lady. He's going to search for the Welcome Labrynth. Then he's going to set the Black Garden. So he's playing, I don't know what kind of variation of Labrynth, but... Okay, so I'm going to hit him with the Evenly Matched. And then he's going to activate the lady. He's going to set a normal trap. I don't know what was the whole point of that. And then surprisingly, bro, he actually banishes his lady. That caught me by surprise. He really needs this field spell, like, to keep it. Besides the lady, I don't know about that. Okay, so now we normal summon our Putika. And then with our Putika, we're going to go into our Sarah. Okay, then we're going to set our field spell. And then the field spell can allow us to normal summon twice. But because he hit me with the Maxi, I don't go for it. He's going to normal summon Ariane, so I'm going to hit it with the Floodgate Trap Hole. Special summon the Dianea. Dianea is going to recycle the Floodgate Trap Hole. That's going to trigger the Sarah once again, so we're going to set our Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Then here he's going to set the Earthbound Prison. And then this prison pretty much negated my Sarah. Alright, so we normal summon our Arachnocampa. And then because this Sarah was negated, I'm going to go into the Calaria. And then with this Arachnocampa, I'm going to go into my second Sarah. So now this Sarah is okay, it's not negated. And then I'm going to special summon my Arachnocampa. That's going to trigger my Sarah to set Holotea. Okay, then he's going to special summon the Lovely Lady. Then he's going to spin back the card. That's going to trigger my Sarah. That's going to trigger hit the Lovely. Okay, so the Lovely is going to pop my Calaria. Then I'm going to special summon Murmello. Then Murmello is going to pop the Field Spout. Okay, then now with the Murmello and the Arachnocampa, we're going to go into our Rafflesia. And then that's all we wrote. Alright, then he's going to recycle his Big Welcome. He's going to normal summon Ariane. Ariane is going to discard the Big Welcome Labrynth. Okay, I'm going to activate Holotea. And he's going to special summon an Earthbound Prisoner. That's going to trigger my Sarah. Okay, then that's going to trigger the Big Welcome Labrynth. So he's going to try to spin back my Rafflesia. But I'm going to activate Rafflesia, sending my Terrifying Trap Nightmare. And I'm going to pretty much kill his Lovely. And then I'm going to be able to banish it from also. Okay, so we special summon Putika, so now Putika is going to be able to banish his Earthbound Prisoner. That's going to trigger my Sarah. Okay, so the Sarah is going to set our Chain Hole Trap Hole. Okay, then he's going to get for the Harmonic Synchro Fusion, activate that belly. He's going to special summon the Rose Girl, the Guardian Rose Maiden. And he's also going to fusion summon into the Earthbound Serving Geo Gremlina. Okay, then he's going to get himself an Earthbound Greater Line Walker to the hand. And he's going to recycle the Field Spell. So he's going to activate the Field Spell. Activate the Fusion Monster. Alright, so now because Putika banished the Lovely, he can bring her back. Okay, so now we're going to banish that Rose Guard and we're going to special summon Murmello. Murmello is going to pop his Field Spell. And then now we can proceed to cook him. Okay, so that's going to trigger the Sarah. Sarah's going to search for Holotea. Okay, now with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Pinguicula. Okay, then we're going to activate Pinguicula. And then we're going to search for our Mantis. Okay, then we're going to normal summon the Mantis. We're going to search for our Dianea. Okay, then with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Ossa. Okay, then now the Ossa is going to steal the opponent's Maxi from the graveyard. Okay, so now with the Ossa and the Maxi, we're going to go into our Adipus. Or Adipus, Atipus. Okay, then we normal summon Dianea. Dianea is going to special summon the Putika. Then the Putika is going to activate, banishing its Lovely. And now the Pinguicula can suck it up. Okay, and then now with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Malevolent Sin. Okay, then he's gonna activate the Stovey, but we got Gravedigger's Trap Hole. So we're gonna negate that, and we're gonna burn him for 2,000 to ensure that I can now OTK him right now, right here. Okay, so we're gonna activate the Malevolent Sin. We're gonna banish that fusion monster. Then we're going to negate the Rose Maiden, and then we're gonna pop it with the Atopus. And then now we can proceed to hook him up. Ra-ta-ta. My people, in this replay, we are gonna go up against Sky Striker. So, spell cards versus trap cards. Okay, so he's gonna start with the engage. And that animation is pretty dope, I can't lie. Okay, then he's gonna normal summon the Ray, and then the Ray is gonna go into the Kagari. Okay, then the Kagari is pretty much going to recycle the engage. And then the engage is not once per turn, so he's gonna be able to activate it once again. Then he's gonna search for the Widow Anchor. Okay, then now he's gonna go into the Shizuku. Alright, then he's gonna set 3 and pass. Shizuku is gonna activate, getting himself the Mobilize. Alright, so we normal summon Putika. We're gonna search for our field spell, but he's got the Ash Blossom. But I got the Cold by the Grave, so I'm gonna negate that. Get that shit out of here. Okay, so we get our field spell. Okay, then the field spell is gonna allow me to have 2 normal summons. Okay, then he's gonna hit me with Drawing Lockbird, but it's all good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into our Sarah. Okay, and then that's gonna trigger my Parallel Exceed, so I can special summon the Parallel Exceed, special summon the second Parallel Exceed, and with these 2 monsters, we're gonna go into our Rafflesia. Okay, then we're gonna normal summon Diana, and Diana is gonna recycle my Putika, but he also has Cold by the Grave, so he's going to call my homie Ramon, scoop up the Putika, negate it. Okay, then that's gonna trigger my Sarah. I'm gonna set a Banishing Trap Hole. Okay, then he's going to activate the Cosmic Cyclone, getting rid of my Banishing Trap Hole. And then here my Diana would have died, but the field spell protects me from being destroyed by the first time to be a battle effect, so lucky. Okay, then now he's gonna go into his second Kagari. Okay, then the Kagari is gonna activate, recycling the engage, but I'm going to negate that with the Rafflesia by sending the TrapTrix Whole Nightmare. And then he's going to activate the Widow Anchor to negate my Rafflesia. So I'm going to activate my Holotea so that I can special summon it. Alright, so he's able to get his engage back to the hand. Okay, so I'm going to activate Sarah's both effects to set a normal trap and then to special summon a TrapTrix monster. So we set Gravedigger's Trap Hole and we special summon Putika. And then the Putika, of course, is negated via the Call by the Grave, but it's all good. Sometimes I like having Putika in the graveyard so that when I revive her via the Holotea, then I can use its banishing effect. Alright, and then he's going to proceed to kind of wipe away a good chunk of my field. Okay, then the Shizuku is going to search for the Mecha Modules, the multi-roll. Okay, then we're going to normal summon Diana. Diana is going to bring back my own Diana. He's going to hit me with the Maxi, but I got the Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Okay, so we're going to negate that Roach, burn him for 2,000. Then we're going to special summon Diana. Then Diana is going to recycle my Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Then with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into Penguicula. Okay, then Penguicula is going to detach the Putika, but he's got the Ash Blossom for that too. My man came prepared, bro. Alright, and now with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our Malevolent Sin. Okay, so now the Malevolent Sin is going to detach a material, and we're going to banish his Shizuku. Then that's going to trigger the Pinguicula to pretty much suck up the Shizuku. Okay, then the Ray is going to activate, going to special summon himself back onto the field. Okay, then I'm going to banish my Holotea so that I can special summon Pudica. And then that's going to trigger the Ray, so the Ray is going to link summon into... I forgot what it... the third Kagari, so it's going to go into Kagari again. Okay, now I bring back the Pudica, so now the Pudica is going to banish the Kagari. And the Kagari is going to recycle the Engage. Alright, but now we got more than enough damage so we can lethal him. And there you have it, bro. Spells versus trap cards. Trap cards up 1. Alright, my people. Welcome to the decklist portion of the video. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for sticking out with me. And if you happen to hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. And if you hit the subscribe button, thank you all so much. Now, let's jump right into it. So once again, we have three Ash Blossoms, 3 Murmello. I got 2 Dianea, 3 TrapTrix Mantis, 1 TrapTrix Vesiculo, 3 Pudica, 2 Arachnocampa, 2 Parallel Exceed, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Then we have 1 Traptalizing Tune, 1 TrapTrix Garden, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 TrapTrix Hole Nightmare, 1 Floodgate Trap Hole, 3 Evenly Matched, 3 Infinite Impermanence, and then 1 Chain Hole, 2 Gravedigger's Trap Hole, 1 Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare, 3 TrapTrix Holotea, and 1 Banishing Trap Hole. And then for the extra deck, we have 2 Rafflesia, 1 number 70 Malevolent Sin, 1 Baguska, 1 Time Thief Redoer, 1 Alameris, 1 Pinguicula, 1 Azeus, 3 TrapTrix Sarah, 1 Ossa, 1 TrapTrix Colaria, 1 TrapTrix Oedipus, and 1 Underworld Goddess. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, like the TrapTrix Murmello and the TrapTrix Mantis, these cards are now once per turn. So like, if the effect to add a TrapTrix monster from your deck to hand is negated, and you happen to be able to normal summon a second Mantis, you're going to be able to activate it again. Same thing with like the Murmello. If this card is special summon, you can target a spell or trap card your opponent controls and you can destroy it. So this card is also now once per turn. So if you're able to special summon 2 Murmellos, you're able to pop 2 back rows. So that's one thing I forgot to mention that's great about the deck. So you can keep those things in mind. I'm not running Maxi because, as I mentioned in my previous video, Maxi is for chumps. But in all honesty, I decided to take Maxi out of my decks because I figure that if I can provide quality replays for you guys where I win matches not to Maxi, then it can kind of demonstrate the deck in a better light. I feel like, you know, if I'm able to win games without Maxi, then I feel like that can kind of determine whether the deck is good or bad, because if the deck relies on Maxi, then can you really say that it's a good deck or not? Also about the pilot, I'm trying to be like a better duelist and a better pilot, so I feel without playing Maxi in my decks, it allows me to kind of think a little bit more and it allows me to plan a little bit more, and I just feel like overall it just makes you a better player. So that's why I decided to remove Maxi from most of my decks. Unfortunately, there are some decks that it just really needs, like it's just gonna need all the support that I can get, but for this purpose, for TrapTrix, I feel like also Maxi can hinder you a little bit because you don't want to draw into a lot of like your cards, because if you draw like all of your trap cards, then you're not going to be able to like special summon like any of your monsters, for example, or you won't be able to set anything off the Sarah. So you got to be careful with Maxi if you end up drawing like too many of your monsters and stuff like that. But that's my reason for not running Maxi. However, if you want to play the deck at the most competitive level, if you want to hit masters and stuff like that, then please go ahead, run Maxi, because Maxi just wins games, like everybody knows that. So if I were to play Maxi, I probably would get rid of the Tranquilizing Tune. I don't know, maybe the Harpy's Feather Duster, and maybe one Evenly Matched, and I would substitute those 3 cards for the 3 Maxis. But yeah, so that was just my reasoning for Maxi. But that's the video, that's the deck. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you playing Maxi? How do you feel about TrapTrix? Do you like trap decks? What deck are you playing right now? Is there a deck that you're trying to get into Masters? And speaking about Masters, I'm gonna try my best to get the Vampire Horrors deck that I made in my previous video to Masters. So wish me luck. Let's see how that grind goes. And that's it from me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much. Peace out.